Mirrors and lenses. The great scientist Galileo Galilei used a telescope to observe the distant planets and stars. Nowadays, more advanced space telescopes, such as the Hubble Space Telescope, are being used to take pictures of the planets and stars in distant galaxies. But how does a telescope take pictures when these planets and stars are not even visible to our eyes? Telescopes are built using extremely powerful mirrors and lenses which make these distant bodies visible. Let us understand how images are formed through mirrors and lenses. When the light rays from an object hit the surface of the plane mirror, they bounce back at the same angle. When the light rays are extended backward, they form an image behind the mirror. Such an image is called a virtual image. The image is of the same size as that of the object. It appears to be at the same distance behind the mirror as the object is in front of it. The right side of the image is the left side of the object. That is, the image is laterally inverted. This is precisely why the word ambulance is written in laterally inverted letters in the front of the ambulance. This way, drivers of vehicles in front of the ambulance can read it correctly in the rear view mirror and give way to the ambulance. How is an image formed on concave and convex mirrors? A concave mirror is a small part of a hollow sphere having a reflecting surface on the inside. The center of the sphere is the center of curvature of the mirror, and the radius of the sphere is the radius of curvature of the mirror. The line joining the pole and the center of curvature is the principal axis. When rays of light parallel to the principal axis fall on a concave mirror, the rays of light meet at one point on the principal axis after reflection. This point is the focal point of the mirror. The length from the pole of the mirror to the focal point is called the focal length of the mirror. So, when sunlight falls on a concave mirror, it focuses at one spot and that spot becomes very hot. This principle is utilized to convert sunlight into heat for boiling water, cooking food, and generating electricity. Similarly, if a bulb is at the focal point of the mirror can then reflect the light and form a beam of parallel rays. This principle is utilized in torches and headlights of cars and buses. When an object is outside the focal point, the rays parallel to the principal axis will reflect back to the focal point. Another ray passing through the focal point will reflect back as a parallel ray. The image will be formed at the meeting point of the two rays and will be upside down, that is, inverted. Such an image can be formed on a screen and hence is called a real image. When the object is inside the focal point, the two rays will not meet. Instead of that, they will move apart, that is, diverge. In this case, if the reflected rays are extended or drawn backwards, the two rays will meet behind the mirror. The image formed is thus virtual, erect, and magnified. A convex mirror is the part of a hollow sphere with the reflecting surface on the outside and the focal point on the inside. The image formed on a convex mirror is always virtual, erect, and smaller in size. A convex mirror has a wider field of view than other mirrors. Hence, they are commonly used as side mirrors or rear view mirrors in automobiles. A convex lens has equally curved surfaces, which are the small parts of two intersecting hollow spheres. The light rays parallel to the principal axis are bent by the lens and meet at the focal point on the other side. The thicker the lens, the more it bends the light rays and the smaller is its focal length. A convex lens can focus the sunlight at one point on a paper, causing it to heat up and burn. When the object is outside the focal point, the image formed by a convex lens will be real and inverted. When the object is inside the focal point, the image will be formed on the same side as that of the object, and thus it will be a virtual image. A lens having inward curvatures on both sides is called a concave lens. The parallel rays of light directed towards the lens spread outwards away from the principal axis. If the diverged rays are extended backwards, they appear to meet at the focal point on the same side of the object. The image formed by a concave lens is always virtual, erect, and smaller in size.